Hi, my lovelies. I'm Amber Adrian, and today's video is on what to do with all of those feelings of inferiority. Because we are human and those can creep in. So here is either the good news or the bad news, depending on your perspective. Many of those feelings aren't yours. You picked them up from parents, from teachers, from friends, from past lives, from people you pass in the grocery store. Like when I say parents or friends, none of them, it wasn't because of something they think about you or, anything that they were trying to judge about you. It was more around how they feel about themselves because they picked up things from other people. And you, as a sensitive human, are going to be picking up on that. We are very prone to accepting other people's energies and other people's thoughts as our own because we haven't been taught how to distinguish what's ours and what isn't. So one of the things that I like to do, and if you've watched probably any of my videos, you've heard this a lot, but I really have gotten in the habit of when I feel something or think something that just doesn't feel good. That's kind of my barrier to entry. If a feeling doesn't feel good or a thought doesn't feel good, I think, is that mine? And so I'll just check in and say, okay, how much of this is mine? And I'll get a percentage like, well, only 12% of that is yours. Okay, so the 88% that isn't mine, boom, you get to go now. Bye-bye. Return to sender. Nope. Out. I found kind of putting up those firm barriers to be really helpful because of empathic, sensitive people. Like, we want to help people. We sometimes will want to take on their energy because we feel like, okay, well, I know I can process this. So even if it, sucks up my bandwidth and makes my life kind of miserable, I know I can. So I will take it from you. But that isn't, that's not a good idea for us because then we just get exhausted and overwhelmed and, mad at life. And it's not good for others because that is theirs to learn from, to receive whatever gift that message or thought has or feeling has. And so that is something that we want to really just be aware of. Like, where are these thoughts, especially of inferiority, coming from? Because we are all whole and healed and just pure sources of divine light and love. That is just fact. All humans are. And we feel like we aren't because we will have all of these layers on us that have just come from other places, from, other dimensions or other lifetimes or, other people who are kind of just doing their best, but sometimes, they kind of throw things on us or we take it on. And so now is a really beautiful time to get really clear about what's what and just keep asking yourself, all right, hi, is this feeling of inferiority even mine? And it probably isn't. And if you can hear that horrible drill sound, I'm sorry. There's like constant construction in my neighborhood. And I didn't make videos for a while because of it. And then I realized, well, I just have to. And we all just have to deal with the drills. So, and if you see my arms moving, it's because I'm just so itchy right now. Oh my God, it's driving me insane. I need like one of those cones of shame that they give dogs so they don't lick their stitches because I'm just itching everywhere. So if like my shoulders are moving, I'm probably itching. Nobody needed to know that, but here we all are. So, so what we're going to do next is some energy healing. So this is my favorite thing to do. And if you've watched one of these videos with me, you kind of know the drill. But for anyone who stumbled upon this, randomly, Energy healing it's really powerful because it moves kind of underneath the layer of conscious thought, and it works with our energy on a really cellular, fundamental level to help us shift things, to help us shift out challenges, to help us, receive our own guidance, to help settle our systems so that we can heal, and again, the caveat is always we are already all whole and healed and, our own unique source encoding of divine light and love and all that good stuff. But these healings are to help us smooth out the human experience. And in the human experience, we all often, run into inferiority, sometimes multiple times a day. And isn't that fun? So just take a few deep breaths with me. Sort of ground yourself. And there is a circle being drawn, a circle of light, a circle of love, so that when you are in this space, you are receiving only what is in your highest good, only what is guided and directed by your higher self, by your angels, your guides, God, however you connect with universal divine source. So all of this is guided for you, and this energy will work with you in different ways. If you decide to watch this again later, the energy will move through you in whatever way you need in this moment. So in this moment, whether it's, now, later, it won't be now because I'm doing this by myself in my room, but it will be exactly what you need to receive whenever you watch it. Even if you watch it multiple times, something different will come through. Because the energy, that's how the energy works. This is seventh dimensional, out of space and time, directed by your higher self and your guides. So just feel yourself land in your body. Feel your heartbeat. Know that you are safe. Know that you are loved. Know that you are protected. Okay. And so we have some energy moving through. Okay, it feels like we're starting with some energy from Archangel Michael. It's very white with tinges of blue, and it's just moving through to clear out your space of anything that doesn't belong to you, any thoughts, any feelings, any beliefs that don't belong to you or don't serve you. Layers of those are now being removed. So just breathe into that. And this may feel intense if you've never done a clearing like this or you don't do them regularly, especially right now, because we are so porous, we are so permeable. The veil is so thin right now that you may be feeling a lot of things that you don't normally feel. So, because the energy is just, it's blazing up right now. So just allow your energy to move and shift. And you may be feeling quite a lot. You may not feel anything at all. Either way is perfect. Everyone has a different experience. And, sometimes when we can't feel things or when we don't receive guidance, it's because we're being worked with, below the layer of our conscious self, because that's how the deepest work is actually done, or can be done. Not always. We can do some very, very, very powerful deep work consciously, but our higher self sometimes likes to go subconscious. So don't worry about it if you're not really feeling anything. It's still working. Okay, so now we have golden light. It's like shimmering a little bit and very smooth, like honey almost, pouring in through our crown chakra, through like a thin, like not thin, but a small hole in our crown chakra, pouring through to cover our brain, to just smooth out the brain, quiet the churning thoughts, quiet the brain hamsters. And now this golden light is moving down our throats to our heart, where it's creating an elevator. So your brain is actually moving down this golden elevator into your heart. Because when we drop our thoughts, we drop our brain into our heart, everything quiets. Everything smooths out. Your heart can handle anything your brain can spit out. Your heart will hold you in the highest love, the highest truth. And our brains, hard as they try, And as much as they want to protect us, they don't always understand, they don't always know the truth. They don't always know how loved we truly are, because the brain is just dealing with all sorts of imprints that come from other places that aren't necessarily true. Whatever truth is yours right now, know that can shift, because all things are true. All things are true. And so allow your heart to guide you, supported by this energy. Allow your heart to guide you to the truth of you, because we all have a very bright and specific tone. It's like the vibration of your soul. It's going to be unique to you. It's going to be very powerful. And when we can really tune in to that unique frequency of our soul, that's when we can connect with our truth. That's when we can connect with what serves us. That's when we can really shine the light we're here to shine. To use a sort of trite phrase, but I love it. I love it. I love it, because it feels so true to me. The brain cares about trite, the heart doesn't. That's for all the writers out there. As I started moving into this work, some of my writer friends got annoyed with me for being hackneyed. It's like, well, sometimes that's just the way it is. Truth is truth, and love is love. Okay. And so, right there, that was actually a really lovely example of some of my own inferiority coming up. And it wasn't from me, it was from other people who, would see what I was doing and just feel the need to call me out on it or make me feel bad about it. It's really interesting how that can happen. And that's not actually mine. And there are always reasons for what we do. And sometimes the reasons aren't to be, the most amazing. Sometimes we're working on specific things and we need to be imperfect with that. So really allowing ourselves to be imperfect and doing our best to love ourselves fully and completely, no matter where we are in life, no matter what our body looks like, no matter what people are saying about us, no matter what our bank account looks like, no matter, what our work looks like, our relationships look like, no matter what the state of our kitchen looks like, just really giving ourselves so much love and so much tenderness. More love than you think you deserve, in the words of Cherry Huber, who is a fantastic, fantastic human. Like a Zen monk or something, a Buddhist monk. I'm not 100% sure. That's why I said human instead of, her title. Okay, so just checking in with the otters came in. So I work with a lot of animals, the energy of animals, and otters are really just loving, playful. They're so comforting. If you need some comfort, if you need to feel surrounded by a tribe, the lions are really beautiful for that. The otters are beautiful if you want to feel more joy and more connection. Okay, so the otters are just sending us a bit of healing, a bit of light, a bit of love, a bit of cute otterness. Okay, and just feel all of that moving through your heart. So anytime you have a thought or a feeling that doesn't feel good, just drop it into your heart. Just keep funneling it through your heart, funneling it through your heart, funneling it through your heart, because the energy of your heart can handle anything, and it can help you move through triggers really beautifully. Of course, the trick is remembering to do this, This is something I teach and have been talking about for years, and we teach what we need to learn because half the time I still forget. But it's a great practice, especially when you're not feeling super triggered. If you just keep funneling things through your heart, funneling it through the energy of your heart, then when you are triggered, when you are in a really scary, painful place of inferiority, you can just move it into your heart and allow your heart to help you feel better, to shift your energy, to feel the beating of your heart shifting your energy, and then that shifting you into a place where you can really feel and know what's true, which is that you are divine. You are here to do beautiful things. So I hope that was helpful. I'm Amber Adrian. You can find more at amberadrian.com if that sounds like fun to you. And thank you so much.